COVID put a lot of people 10 steps back from where they were.
Man.
I'll say I don't like going out into big crowd places as much as I used to.
I still do, man.
I mean, I enjoy it once I'm there, but the thought of doing it sucks.
Does it have anything to do with COVID itself? Like you're afraid to catch something?
I've had it 3 times already. I've caught all of them. The COVID master over here.
Did you lose your taste or sight or sound or?
The first time I had it, that's the only reason I knew I had it, because I couldn't smell anything.
Dude, that's nuts.
I was working on Drew's car and I couldn't smell the oil or fluid or anything, and I was like, "What the heck's happening?" Couldn't smell I couldn't even smell coffee.
Oh man, I bet that's terrible.
Yeah,
that's half the enjoy. That's
worse than being sick.
That's half the enjoyment of drinking coffee is smelling it.
Can you imagine going through life and not be able to taste anything? Like you just had to eat to survive.
You realize there's people that are like that though? Because like, dude, there was something I had saw. There's something that you can have. It's like some type of medical condition where you cannot feel pain.
Oh yeah. You can break your arm and just not know.
What the dude? How terrible! You realize now that might sound appealing a little bit.
Definitely not.
To not be able to feel like you don't know how much pressure you actually can't even walking, dude.
Yeah, because I feel like it goes one. I feel like it goes 2 ways. Obviously, I don't have any experience with somebody like this, but I have to imagine it goes 1 of 2 ways. One, you're overly cautious, wrapped in bubble wrap, don't do anything type of person. You're bubble boy, basically. And you just never face the outside world because you could trip walking down the stairs and it'd be done for. And you'd never know it. Or 2, you have way too much confidence because you can't get hurt. You can physically get hurt, but you won't feel it. So you just throw caution to the wind and become a stunt double or something. I don't know.
That'd probably be, you know what? That'd be the route.
Stunt double?
Yeah. Find somebody that looks like you that's famous.
You just end up being a mangled up body of a bad stunt. You're like, all right, when's take 2?
And you don't feel any of it.
Pop you back together like Mr. Potato Head.
And you don't know it. You can't even tell.
Oh, yeah, and it's funny talking about it, but it's actually a nightmare. It's an absolute nightmare. Because if you break something the wrong way, it's going to sever an artery, and you're just going to die.
Ooh, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, if something internally goes wrong, you'll never know.
Oh, man.
So do you think
What do you think the lifespan on someone like that is?
7?
7 years old?
I don't know. I'm sure there's some weird cases where
they make it to like 20.
Yeah, but maybe even older than that. I just don't know how you go through life without getting hurt. Like everybody's tripped and fallen somewhere.
God,
and it must be weird to like skin your knee and see it bleeding and red. But you know,
that's
it'll buff out.
And you literally rub dirt on it.
I was about to say, don't even have to rub dirt on it. But you know what I would do? I would be covered in tattoos.
Man, yeah.
In one day,
yeah.
Just head to toe.
Head to toe. Like face? Would you get a face? Would you ever get a face tattoo?
I don't think I would ever get a face tattoo. I would probably go like all the way up to like chin line.
So your neck and all.
I think I would, yeah. Just not. I don't know. I don't like face tattoos. I don't think there's anything wrong with them. I just don't like them.
What about Jelly Roll? You like his?
I just don't like face tattoos. I don't care if it's the Gucci Mane ice cream cone. I'm just. It's just not my taste.
Ooh, yeah, I don't think I could either. Especially like teardrops.
Well, yeah, I'm not going to do anything. I'm not going to do anything to get teardrops on my face or my guitar. Because then there's going to be this just thought that everybody has right when they see you that, did he kill somebody?
Yeah. You think Taylor Swift was still with Travis Kelce?
What was that? Was that English?
I said, do you think that Taylor Swift is still a Travis Kelce?
I'm sure they are.
You think so?
Yeah.
So, dude, I remember I saw a conspiracy about that it wasn't even real. That they're not even really together.
Okay.
It's just it was just to grab people's attention or some other shit that they had going on.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what it was. I don't know what could it have been.
Do you know who the people were?
I just saw people post it like, "Oh, they're not really together. They're scripted to break up."
Oh, they said that Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce aren't really together.
Yeah. Who'd you think I was talking about?
I don't know. You just said you saw something and then you said they weren't real. I was like, who is this man talking about?
I was still talking.
Fictional relationship is this man watching?
I was still talking about just Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
I'm sure they're still together. They seem like they seem like a decent couple. I don't care.
I think, dude, I like Travis Scott. I think he's cool. Taylor Swift's got some great songs.
I would agree with that. I used to be a Taylor Swift hater just because
it was easy to hate on her.
Oh yeah, it was fun. Honestly, I mean, Drew, other best friend, is probably one of the biggest Taylor Swift fans I've ever met, ever will meet.
Dude,
but I'm still going to give him a hard time about it all the time.
He's like in love with her.
Yeah, maybe not in love with her, but he knows a lot. I wouldn't say he's down to the level of knowing all of her life facts. And
I wonder if I were to talk some shit about Taylor Swift to him, what he would say. You think he'd get mad?
No, because there's probably not much he hasn't heard.
That's a good point.
I give him hell about it all the time, or at least I used to. Not so much anymore, just because
because it doesn't affect him. So what's the point of that?
Yeah, that's probably why I started liking Taylor Swift. There wasn't no fun in not liking her no more. So I had to. Maybe we don't have bad blood.
Yeah. That album was the one, dude. She had that one song that I listened to on repeat for like months on end. It was from that album. Reputation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
That song was everywhere.
Who else she had? She had Ed Sheeran on it.
Yeah.
And Waka Flocka Flame. No, hold on, that ain't it. It was Future. I said it was Future.
Yeah, she did do the song with T-Pain back in the day.
No, what?
She did a rap song with T-Pain.
No fucking way.
Absolutely.
Is that the one that was like, Jay's on my feet?
No, that's Miley Cyrus.
Oh.
That's called 23, I'm pretty sure, by Miley Cyrus.
Okay.
She's got like the Jordan jersey on and everything.
I messed that up. Man, that was a fail.
Yeah, you tried.
I was close, but Miley Cyrus, Taylor Swift, they're the same person.
I think who has the better voice?
Who doesn't look like a chicken?
Who doesn't look like I don't know.
Do you remember that picture?
Oh yeah,
of her on stage.
It was when Wrecking Ball was big. She was on the Wrecking Ball, and she had her little white,
and it was like
wrestling unitard on.
And it was like extremely tight.
Oh yeah, it looked like a chicken cutlet was falling out.
That's exactly what it was, and that's what every picture you saw in a meme was.
Oh yeah, she couldn't live that one down for a long time, but I'm a big Miley Cyrus fan. I think
I'm all right with her. Her dad's kind of weird.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god! Did you see that video of him? Like, dude, it was at Donald Trump's inauguration or something.
Mm-mm.
But he did the song. What's that big one that came out a few years ago?
Oh, Old Town Road.
Yeah. He did that, and dude, it was a nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure.
It was his voice was like shot.
Like, what did he do for the rest of the song? Because he only has like one verse in the song.
Dude, but that one song was terrible. Like, just him doing it.
Which is so crazy that he did it, because it's a Lil Nas X song that he does like a verse in.
Yeah. Oh my god! When you get an opportunity,
which that also adds another level of complexity to him doing that at the Trump rally, because just as far as most of their stances on LGBTQ and Lil Nas X song playing.
Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah,
I mean, it's probably no different than them doing the YMCA all the time.
That's probably why
campaigning.
Yeah. That's probably why Lil
Nas loves
was
the YMCA.
It must have been like one of his go-tos.
It's the only dance moves he knows.
When he was doing it, yeah. Do you think he ever did cocaine? He was on the Theo Vaughn podcast, and he said that he did not. He's never done. He has never taken any drugs, and he's never even had a sip of alcohol. Do you believe that? I mean, the way he said it with a pretty straight face. Now, he could be just a very good liar, but I almost want to believe that he's never done it.
Someone of his stature and importance, I don't think there's really a reason to lie about that. Maybe the cocaine part, but as much as the man plays golf, I know how I play golf, and that's usually with a cooler full of beer.
I've never played golf.
It's the most frustrating sport you'll ever play in your life.
Done. What's that one? Putt is freaking great. Or, in proper terms, mini golf. Miniature golf. That's always fun, especially like you go to the Pirate Island and you're hitting
Pirate's Cove.
Yeah, hitting a golf ball
through the cave.
Yeah,
through the cove.
Through a ship.
Yeah, have you seen the videos of the professional mini golf players?
No way, that's a sport.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't shock me though.
And it's crazy how good they are at making hole-in-ones.
Bro, anytime I hit a hole in one, I feel like a god.
Oh yeah,
I feel like
it don't matter if it's hole one and it's always a straight shot.
And then after that, you're hitting 5.
Oh yeah, it's gonna take you 3 putts from a foot away to get it in, but that hole in one was great. That's usually enough to win you the whole match because nobody else is getting hole in one.
Oh, dude, and it's like the greatest, especially if you overhit it and it ricochets off the wall to come back and fall in.
Yes, here we are.
Laser tag.
Discussing the great game of mini golf. America's pastime.
Well, but laser tag too, dude.
A laser tag.
You just got to have enough people with you. Because I don't like shooting at random kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hate shooting at random kids too. I usually like knowing who my target's going to be beforehand.
Right, it makes it funner when you're running around. Oh, what's up?
It's always nice when you can shoot straight ahead and you don't have to look at the ground.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Wait for one crawling across the ground.
And they're screaming bloody murder.
All you can see is the whites of their eyes and their teeth.
And you're seeing both of them. They're not frowning.
Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes.
Oh man!
Send it back to the Revolutionary War.
Oh my god!
I don't even remember what that's off of. I just remember hearing that from a movie.
Dude, I never saw it before, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, we about to watch it. I watched Selma. It's a Martin Luther King movie.
Yeah.
I watched it. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen Selma, but I've been to Selma multiple times.
I guess I've drove through there.
I've driven through Selma multiple times.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a place to stop and check out the scenery.
I could see that. I mean, I sure wouldn't have wanted to be there at that time period. No,
well, definitely not.
Regardless of what, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there wasn't a good side to that.
Yeah, that's
But that's any civil war in general. Nobody wins. Someone just dies less.
God, man.
I'm sure we're going to be seeing that here soon.
What's that?
With all the stuff happening over there with Russia and Ukraine.
Well, what are you talking? See, bro, I don't keep up with none of that.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm dead serious. Like, I mean, I guess it's probably irresponsible of me to not keep up with what the hell's going on, but I just don't.
I mean,
I end up finding out, guess what, in situations like this. Typically somebody tells me.
Honestly, believe if something catastrophic happened on like a world level, I don't think we would know in time. No. We'd know by the sky going dark or ash falling from the sky.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've thought about. Like, I always got freaked out when I was a lot younger. I'm like, oh my God, dude, if we have World War III and they do one of those things like they did in World War II and World War I of like, what do they call it, the draft?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bro, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
Now, me, I'm like, bro, I got asthma, because I had asthma when I was a kid. I don't think I got it now. And I'm flat-footed. You realize those two things could have got you out of the war back then? But the second thing, I don't think we'll ever have to worry about that because, bro, there's so much like automated type shit now. Not only you have so you got AI,
Yeah.
obviously. Every country's got nukes. Every single country has nukes. But then third, people are like really focused on like the robotics aspect of it,
Well, that's been
like the drone shit.
that's been the major thing for this conflict is drones that are flown by wire, like they're connected to fiber optic cable, so they can't be jammed.
What?
So they've shown pictures of like the aftermath of some of like the Ukraine just attacked some of their planes that would normally carry nuclear bombs and stuff like that. Like flew these drones straight into their base and they're like on contact, like exploding, and press a button and they explode type drones.
What the hell?
Yeah, and they're like first person drones, so you get the live first person footage of it flying towards a tank or something, and then it just cuts, which means it exploded. And then another will come along, and then they've shown the aftermath, and it's just like miles and miles of cables laid across the land because all these drones have exploded, and the cables are just left there.
What the hell?
Yeah, that's going on right now.
And you're talking about like, so they're like really, really thin cables, but I'm assuming they're like, the length of them is like unbelievable.
Oh yeah, they usually use like mobile, like stations, like it's almost
so
like,
they're moving it with it.
kinda. It's almost like tiny homes that they have on trailers, like permanently. They'll just move it to one location, take the drones out, fly them out where they need to fly them, and then they can just get up and get out of there.
Oh my god.
Yeah, never have to see the battlefield.
Nope, haven't heard that.
Oh yeah, that's been the major thing so far because people are saying it's borderline war crime level.
That's insane, though.
Yeah.
Do you think that they would recruit? Do you think they recruit people like our U.S. government like recruit? They use Call of Duty to like recruit. You know what I'm saying?
This man's real good with the RCXD. Let's get him. Let's get him strapped up immediately.
Do you think that they do that? Like that?
I don't know, man. If they saw me spinning around doing 360s with a sniper, they're probably like, "This is gonna be the guy that I want in a ghillie suit."
And I mean it like in a sense of kind of like how you said they got somebody in a first person view.
They're just wearing
using
goggles.
the drone.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, same thing with like a game like Call of Duty or any of them like that, where it's a first person, Halo, any of them, where it's first person, so you are in control of this thing that's within the game.
Mm.
That could be translated to real life, where it's like taken over like a robot.
Oh, they've already proven, not as far as on like a battlefield standpoint, but all of the professional, or I say all, most of the, at least the younger guys, and maybe generation or two older now, but they all use what's called iRacing so they can practice NASCAR F1 during the off season, but it translates nearly perfectly because they have like simulation rigs where it moves them and everything.
Oh.
But they tested out and let a guy who's really good at drifting on iRacing just hop in a car that he's never hopped in before, like a professional drift car, and he was able to start drifting around like he's been driving the car for.
And it's because of this.
Yeah.
See, that's crazy, dude.
Because the simulation rigs,
it feels like, the exact same way.
Yeah, and most of them have their screen in the front, but they also have two screens of the same side on the sides, so it's like you can see out both of your windows.
Yeah.
So you can actually use your rear or side mirrors and your rear view mirror and stuff.
So he's literally hopping in a car, and it feels just like it is in the simulation.
Yeah, obviously different sounds and stuff like that, but as far as how the car controls and handles, yeah.
Dude, that's nuts.
Yep.
And like legit NASCAR racers are using that in the off season.
Oh yeah. Even all
Jeff Gordon.
Well, probably that's why I said maybe a couple generations older, but not Jeff Gordon. He also hasn't. I don't think he's raced in probably 10, 15 years.
It goes to show how much I know about that.
I mean, that's fair. But we do live in the state of the Talladega 500. That's no big deal to us, but everybody else, race-wise, that's like a big deal.
Talladega is?
Yeah, it's a big race for NASCAR.
What about Bristol?
Also a big race. Also close. Well, it's about 6
What's that, North Carolina?
No.
Bristol.
Tennessee. But there is the other state. I guess not North Carolina, no. whatever other state.
Kentucky?
No, it's not Kentucky. But Bristol is like split in half between the two states. It's not Kentucky though. Either way, it don't matter. It's like 6 hours away for us. It's not crazy.
Yep, never. I've never been to Talladega. I've never done. Yeah,
They have a drag strip up there right by the track, and it's got like a mountain on one side.
yeah.
So I just have to imagine your ears are like ringing by the time you get out of there with all that sound just echoing back and forth off the mountains.
I bet that would be fun. You know, that was one of the things that they did for a Final Destination movie.
What's that?
A NASCAR race.
Oh yeah, it like flew into the stands.
Yeah,
or
freaking tire came and just obliterated somebody.
There's been times where the cars have flipped and got up into the fence like that.
Has it hurt anybody?
And people have gotten hit by debris and stuff, but never. Not to my knowledge.
Not just straight up fatality.
No, not. I mean, it's possible, but as far as I know, no. NASCAR's pretty good, or racing in general is pretty good about changing the safety standards if they see something that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because there's like 2 walls on the outside now. They call it the safer barrier.
That's smart. That's really smart.
Yeah, it came around after Dale Earnhardt.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the Hans device thing that
Man,
they wear around their neck.
God.
Yep.
Legend.
Rest in peace. He used to have me some Dale Earnhardt Crocs back in the day.
Where was it he died at? Was it Talladega?
Daytona.
Oh, that's the big. Is that the biggest one?
Well, I think it's the same size as Talladega.
What's the biggest race of them all?
I mean, as far as like popularity,
Yeah.
Daytona 500 or the Indianapolis 500.
Those are the 2 biggest ones.
Yeah. Because Indy also has a big F1 race there.
Man, I used to play Need for Speed Underground on the PS2.
What kind of cars were you using in Need for Speed? What's your go-to car?
Bro, I don't remember. I just know I used to.
I never really
lights
pinned you
on
as a
it.
car guy, so I'm curious what kind of cars you were using.
I don't. All I know is I put lights on the bottom.
Oh,
of
you
it.
had the underglow
Dude,
matching the color of the car.
Yes, dude. All the while listening to T.I. because they had T.I. playing. Was it 24? 20 foes? Like I say it right, 20 foes. That's what it was.
20 foes, and you turn your hat like this.
Yeah, just a little angle. Catch herpes.
Hanging off his ear, basically. Yeah. I don't know how he kept that hat on his head.
Did you know that he had herpes?
No, but a lot of people have herpes.
Well, in one of his music videos, you could see it on his lips. Like, for real. And everyone meant like, wait, this man's got it. He's got it. He's got it. It's on his lips.
He's got it. Like he's gonna fall over dead or something. Gotta quarantine him. He's got it. What's he got? A fever blister. He's got a cold sore. Get him. We got a 2319.
Oh man. People come out with pitchforks.
I was thinking more so Monsters Inc. where they have to explode the sock. We got a 2319. But except it would just be T.I.
So you were thinking Monsters Inc. And I was thinking of Beauty and the Beast.
Unfortunately, Pixar carries Disney every time.
Pixar does.
It just matches what I enjoy as far as
like you talking about like the color scheme and the design, like the cartoon aspect.
How everything's designed and just the layout of the stories. I feel like they're more, at least for the most part, are more tailored towards older children, adult level humor. Like DreamWorks, Pixar, like Shrek. Shrek's not a kid's movie.
No, it ain't.
And it's probably one of the most quotable movies of all time.
Yeah, especially. Oh man, was it Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
Okay, was Smash Mouth bigger? Were they already huge before that movie came out? Or do you think that Shrek is what blew them up?
They were already known, I believe. Let me see. It really just depends on when All Star came out because that's obviously the big song. But I want to say All Star came out like 2004. Oh, 1999.
So, all right, when did Shrek come out? What, 2000?
2001. So it had already been out for 2 years.
Did 9/11 happen yet?
That's got a lot to do with it. Heard Smash Mouth sales spiked after that. It is pre 9/11,
It's pre 9/11.
May 18th.
You ever seen any of those cartoons or even like old movies where they make references of 9/11?
I've seen the Simpsons thing.
Dude, there is a legit YouTube video, and I shit you not, bro. It's probably about 20 minutes long, and it just cuts through all these cartoons and movies and TV shows predating
Mm-hmm.
September 11th, 2001. And it's like it's the weirdest thing you will ever see.
And do you think it's just a coincidence that someone was bound to hijack a plane, right?
I would say it was a coincidence if there was one or two. Because obviously they were the two tallest buildings in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
So anytime a cartoon or anything, or and a show like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, for example, or X-Men, and they've got a villain or something, and he's in something flying over New York City, and he attacks. Obviously, if it's 20 minutes worth of like 10 to 15 second, 20-second clips showing the Twin Towers or mentioning the word 9/11 in New York City with the towers falling.
Yeah.
Dude, it is the weirdest thing.
Because I know The Simpsons was like a movie poster or something in the
Yeah,
background.
it was a magazine. It was a magazine.
But
I think
it had like one of the buildings was like already burning.
They showed the two buildings on the magazine, and it had the number 9 with money sign next to it.
Mm.
So the 9 was, I guess it was referencing how much this magazine cost, $9. But then it showed the two towers right next to it, which literally it's pretty obvious. It looks like 9/11.
Mm.
But dude, there's way more than that.
Oh, I believe it. You'll have to, if you ever get the chance to go to New York, you'll have to go see Ground Zero and see all that. It's one of the most, I don't know how to describe it besides like harrowing. It's really cool to look at because it's like where the towers are. It's like a hole straight down in the ground.
And I'm sure that probably looking down or looking at it, you can kind of visualize like how huge those towers, big they were.
But they also have a museum underground right there that
really
has like shrapnel and pieces of the building and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's really really cool.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a place that everybody needs to go.
New York City is definitely a place I would like to see. I think the top for me though would be Japan. Japan and Egypt. It's like probably Egypt more than Japan, but Japan is right there, dude. I would love to go to Japan.
Drew's family, they do a big trip every year, and their trip this year was Egypt.
Oh my god!
And he didn't go. What an
Why?
idiot! He didn't want to use all his vacation at once, just in case he needed it later on in the year, because it was like start of the year.
This is a once in a lifetime
Right.
opportunity.
You can see the pyramids,
bro. I would be willing to get in trouble to go to Egypt.
I agree. Like they went to Egypt. I think it was last summer or the summer before that they went and saw all the Mayan temples down in.
Oh my god! Down in Africa, South America.
Yeah, they went to
the Aztec and Mayan.
I think so. They were in Honduras.
Okay.
So I can't remember. I think that may have been a different one. It could have been when they went somewhere else. But they've seen those temples, like all the lost temples out in the middle of the woods.
Dude, I'm telling you, that fascinates me so much.
Yeah.
There's I think I told you about it, but there's a Netflix series. They've got 2 seasons now, which is really awesome. But it's called Ancient
Civilizations.
Yeah.
That's where the alien guy came from, right?
Well, that's the Graham Hancock, the one that was on Joe Rogan multiple times.
Okay.
Joe Rogan's a huge fan of his. Like, before Joe Rogan got big, he read Graham Hancock's book.
Okay.
And just to kind of get how much he's real. Dude, Graham Hancock is a genius when it comes to like breaking down.
Does he have like a specialty? He's like an astrophysicist or something like that, or is he?
He's just a journalist.
Okay.
Yeah, he's just labeled as a journalist, but he knows so much. You would think that he basically is like what would you call it? Like an archaeologist.
Okay.
But all archaeologists, they all hate him.
Why is that?
Because like he throws in the question there, like the shit he talks about. Like American. I mean, not American, but the human race existing like way farther back than what everyone says that we do.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we can. I mean, obviously the time stamps are very broad spectrum as far as how accurate they are, but the fact that we can look at bones and structures and kind of date them, carbon date them, I guess would be the term for it, about how old they are, just blows my mind.
Dude, did you see the thing about the pyramids? Like
the new room or whatever it was.
So they did it's a more updated, like what's called
LiDAR.
It's kind of like LiDAR, but it's more up to date now.
Okay.
So it can penetrate way deeper down, and they notice like columns under, and I'm talking about like huge
like
coil,
like support column type deals, or
I don't. The way they broke it down was like that they could see that it was like space. That there was that underneath the middle pyramid, the way it broke down was of these, I don't know if it was 8 or 6 like huge circular cones that are like going all the way down, that go like super deep into Earth's crust. And then at the bottom of that, then there is like a rectangular square, a rectangular where these cones or pillars types that are going into. And it is, and even further than that, they can tell that it goes deeper than that. And we're talking about ginormous, dude. And this is the way that they worded it. The way that it looks like is that this was some type of, that the middle pyramid, it could have been all 3 of them, but the middle pyramid specifically was some type of generator. The way it's laid out, the way it's mapped out. And dude, it is causing a lot of buzz.
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be a time, probably after we're long gone, where the world's going to, as far as economically, is going to come to a collapse, and somebody's going to just start digging the pyramids up. Like, it has to happen, right?
Please.
I mean, you want to keep it intact just for the history of it, but somebody's going to dig it up eventually.
I would hope so. I mean,
and
but
if they start getting struck down by lightning, then we know there's probably something getting generated over there.
And it's crazy to think that. But you see, and this is where their theories come off of that, and it kind of falls in line with the way they built the pyramids. It's kind of all kind of synced together. But Nikola Tesla, who is one of the greatest inventors of all time, everyone knows who Nikola Tesla is. God, I mean, fucking Elon Musk, he names his cars after the dude. Nikola Tesla invented so many things that we use today. Nikola Tesla was obsessed with the pyramids, and he noticed that they were more than just blocks thrown together. Yeah. Not only just the fact of the way that they were built, but because no one knows how that is, but at the same time of like the mathematical property of how perfect they are, and how they are like a one for one with Orion's belt, which is those are stars in space.
Yeah, and back then they were just specks in the sky, basically. Right.
So that, but then at the same time, it's how do you word it? That there's like, they channel it. Now, granted, this is kind of heavy, but it's like vibration, that they used vibrational energy to be able to move the blocks. So like sound frequencies that, because like the stones that are up there, it's like the hardest stone on the planet, granite.
Yeah.
You can't just carve it.
Yeah, especially not with the tools that they had available with them at the time.
No, bro, do you realize how hard it would be for us to carve in granite?
We do it all the time now. People have that as their countertops, but...
Well, is it... Oh, okay. It's still kind of hard to do. It's not like I'm gonna go outside and get,
You can't get a hacksaw out and go cut some granite, but they do make like blades that are made out of they're just called diamond blades, and they're made out of stuff like that for cutting rocks. Now, we got to be able to cut rocks somewhere. We got to dig up the dirt when we're building things,
and then to move it.
Oh yeah, that's what I want to know. Did I send you the AI video of the dude vlogging his
Yes.
shift moving the block?
And all those people around him. Oh my god.
He's like, everybody's so mad at me because I'm supposed to be moving a block or something. How am I supposed to get that block up there?
Yeah, for those that are listening, so there was like an AI video, and it was this dude, and he was like in selfie mode on his phone, but he was like at the pyramids when they were during the construction of it, and he was like complaining about having to move a.
Yeah, it was basically a day in the life vlog of a pyramid worker.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that one, and then he made another one where it was like the same guy, but he was mad because they added 2 or 3 blocks to his shift.
Oh my god!
And I could see that just being a real thing to be mad about, but the fact that someone made the AI and either had to come up with the script for him to say the things that he says, but it's so not well made, but it's well enough that it's funny. Because there's also one of the Trojan horse.
Yeah, saw that one.
Because they have the one where he's vlogging from inside the Trojan horse. Like, shh, everybody be quiet. They don't know we're in here. And then the next one is a guy holding a selfie stick. And he's like, yeah, they just dropped off this giant wooden horse and left it. And then the back end of the horse falls off. And he says, what the hell? Like, oh no.
Oh man. Do you think does AI kind of scare you? What how do you feel about AI?
I like AI.
It's fascinating.
If you don't use Chat GPT, you probably should, at least for like normal stuff.
I don't.
Because it can quickly give you the answer without having to like scroll through Google and find this and the other. You ask it a very specific question.
Well, you know, Google has that now.
Yeah. It has.
It added that whole. It's got its own.
Is it Cortana? Is that what the name of it is? Because I have it on my phone because I have the Pixel.
Well, it's kind of cool. Well, I got it on my computer,
Mm-hmm.
and it's kind of crazy that you can type something in on Google, and where used to it would pop up, all these articles or whatever, but then you could click on videos, you could click on images.
Yeah,
but
now it shows you an AI response.
It gives you an AI response,
and it's honestly usually helpful.
Oh, dude, it's beyond.
I'm not going to use it as my only information source by any means, but
in all, I use it about 90% of the time.
Oh yeah, it's helpful.
If I'm looking,
I'm not googling vast, dense concepts that I need to learn about.
No, especially because AI is going. Guess what? That's where it's pulling it from. It's pulling it from those articles that I'm looking for.
But I was messing with ChatGPT the other day, actually, and you can like, hey, can you type me out the code to make a video game? And then it'll start asking you questions like, what genre video game? What kind of characters do you want in there? Like I did Dungeon Crawler, so it's just levels and levels of things. Man. So I started explaining the enemies to it and what they would do. Obviously, there's one that just does melee. Another one, I just had them as like blobs or something like that. One that does ranged attacks but has bad accuracy or something like that. And it would just straight up spit you out a code, all the written code that you would need to just go make that game. As far as the accuracy, I'm not into the coding or anything like that, like as far as that goes, but the fact that it could just less than 5 minutes spit you out a code, and then it'll ask you more questions to make it more in depth as far as like the level skill tree and all that fun stuff.
Dude, that is fascinating.
Mm-hmm. And it takes no time at all.
When I first started seeing like those weird ones where it was like Will Smith eating spaghetti.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Or the ones where the dog will like get up and start walking away.
And then there's that one where it's like
they always mess up at some point.
Yeah, it's at first it looks so real, and then out of nowhere
start contorting together.
Yeah, and I'm like, and their hands.
Yeah, and then like, a shark pops up out of nowhere.
Oh my god, dude, it's super weird.
It's very disturbing.
Oh, dude, some of them are like, it's like the deep crevices of a nightmare.
Yeah, someone somewhere has had this thought, unfortunately. Because AI can't learn unless we teach it.
That is some trippy shit.
Yeah. That's what I want to know about the videos I've seen you. Does someone like type out the script for these guys for them to put into the AI video?
So you think that's like combined? They're using Chat GPT first, and then they're like translating it to like some type of.
I don't know. I don't know. As like I use Chat GPT, but as far as I know, there's different websites as far as making videos and things of that nature. I just don't know the process. hell, we better got this figured out, and we're just
Yeah, we're just moving and
flying by
grooving.
the edge of our seats over here.
Yeah, I guess we can cut it off at that one.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Catch y'all later.
See ya.